Josh. Sure! Good night, gamers. See what I did there? Okay, we're in Premier Division of Hour 12, Round 2, Loitersquad versus Keyboard Warriors. Currently it's the first round of process. And yeah, I think we'll quickly go through just the rosters. I'll do Loitersquad, and joining me is Campbell, who will do Keyboard Warriors. Quickly, we've got Cindy, Demo Man, Davey, Medic, Paulson and Rain, Soldiers, Zom and Prime Scout.
Okay, for Keyboard Warriors, we have Star Viper on Med, Bland and Dilly Scouts, Fear on Pocket and Nut on Roma, and Lock on the Demo Man.
The control point is being contested.
It's like Loitersquad just got wiped here. Huge plays by Keyboard Warriors here, and there's still 3 down. They're gonna cap mid.
Yeah, it was a huge re-push from IT and also Choke into mid, and they basically caught out all the players of Loitersquad except for Cindy, who basically like back spawned. And with that, they've got a 30% Uber ad pushing into second.
Loitersquad will try and defend this. Keyboard Warriors do have the Uber advantage, but it's not quite there yet. Looks like they're getting bullied out here.
Someone might die here. He's on 50 health. They've actually committed to a fight here on grass. Like, Keyboard Warriors are committing to it. The Scout goes down. Rain picks off Bland. Oh, Lox is about to die here in sewer. He's on 7 health. He goes down to Rain as well. Very nice work by Rain. And they take mid for free. It seems like even though they got Uber, they might try to want to contest it. I don't know. Fear looks like he wants to go, but they got no Demo Man. I don't know if they'll be able to block this point because it's 8 times, and they use an Uber and it doesn't get a successful block.
I mean, it's a really slight Uber advantage. I think they're gonna have Uber by the time that Fear's in. Oh, but he kills Davey!
Wow,
Davey's really far forward there.
That was a big mistake by Davey. Like he could have got out, I think, but I think he wanted to like go forward and raining, and hopefully he was confident. Oh, I don't know, he's confident on what, because Fear was still Ubered, so Davey wouldn't have got that regardless. To be honest, like. Yeah,
definitely think Davey could just
hide
that a little bit.
He probably could have just let Rain die. Like that's probably the trade-off they had to do, was let one of your players die and get the Uber. But still, it's alright. Like Loitersquad will cap second point anyway. You know, they get the Dilly pick. Star Viper's just got to have a 60% ad, so they'll use this to re-push. But it's still a favourable position for Loitersquad, to be honest. Like they got some forward spawns and they got 4th point, so I still think it's their point to push anyway. And Paulson's on Spy. Paulson Cam.
Paulson cam, yeah. And yeah, as you said, Star Viper will have that Uber advantage, but it's really hard to push out here. It looks like they're going to try and push lower lobby, but Paulson's in door 1. Wasn't watching sticky traps.
I think
he didn't watch sticky trap.
Wow, Paulson's probably going to go for back cap with the Scout. Paulson and Scout are on last. What is
oh my god, what just happened?
He walked past a Soldier and Demo Man, and Scout went through door 2? Okay.
Lock had nothing else to do there. He just had to. He was just looking at the door and it opened.
Door. Magic.
Like by magic?
Yeah, you call this roll out, Campbell. Do it, please.
Alright, I'm on the Cindy cam. He looks like he's gonna go fast Cadus rollout. He hits it pretty well. He's gonna beat Locked mid. Oh, Lock's really low. It gets picked by Paulson there. Really good coordinate play by Cindy and Paulson, and it's like Loitersquad will have this mid. Keyboard was just backed out.
Look at they're finding the sewer. Paulson went out sewer, and they're still finding it. Rain gets bland. Paulson goes down to the sewer, so it's an easy mid cap.
I think that pick on Blands was really good. It's not going to allow them to defend second point at all here. I think Loitersquad is just going to push in with the player advantage, and Paulson's dead, but Blands is really pretty crucial to holding this point.
I think like I don't know, like Luck died really early, but he still wasn't able to spawn enough to put pressure on second to defend it. So yeah, that was really well done by Loitersquad. I think it also shows a little bit of inexperience by Keyboard Warriors as well. I think they shouldn't have tried to commit to any more kills after that. Like they lost Blands there. I don't think they could have shot sec. Maybe they could have shot sec a little bit, like tried to delay the spawn for Lock, but they didn't.
It's a really dominant performance out of that mid by Loitersquad. Cindy beating Lock on the fast rollout. Lock didn't even attempt it, I don't think, or just slow.
Lock is slow. Like Lock played Pocket for Div 3 for B1 last season, and here comes a Suicide. Oh. Zom's on the mid, sorry. Zom and Paulson go for a suicide. Star Viper does well. Yeah, Star Viper does well enough to pop, and here comes the push.
Pretty forward here. They could get forced if they're not careful, but Cindy has sticky traps everywhere. They do get forced, but Looks like the spawns will probably be there in time. It can't drop Cindy here.
Yeah, like
It has
Matt
to get
died.
multied.
I think the Loitersquad can still fight us. Like, look at the position of their players. They can crush these
Cindy
players.
gets caught out by Fear.
I still
Players
think
are even here, and they kept second, so
the
that's a
Cindy
pretty
pick was
successful
actually-
retake.
Yeah, the Cindy pick was actually really good there because they could probably potentially push mid, but you've got Zom sniping, so I don't know if they'll try it. They are like Locke just walks in choke by himself with no support so far. They got just hit second. Like look how low he was, and he got like primed, pressuring him out. So it's got to be a stalemate, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on the Zom cam, looking for him to make a play. Star Viper does have a slider revenge. Let's see if they use that.
It's really hard to use Zebra in this one. It's got like Gully Wash. Like by the time you, unless they start moving like 80% to bust out choke at 100%, you're not going to get nothing done with these Ubers like to mid because they can just the other team can just walk away. It's so big they can just press S and all jump away. And Davey hopefully should get his Uber up in time.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless he gets caught out again naturally, like that happened the first time.
It'll be really hard to take the point for free as well because Zom's sniping, so they can't really hold the Uber. So just content to sit on second. Does get a headshot onto Fear. Oh, he's got an angle on the med. Really lucky that Star Viper doesn't go down there.
Star Vipers, they're looking for a little forward hold. Like I think they got holding a little nook above IT now, forward on the pipe. But Paulson's in now. Paulson goes for a suicide play. He's jumping around all of them. Finally
Did his
dies.
headshot. He was 25 HP there. If Paulson maybe just diverted his attention. Looks like Nat's coming in from IT. He almost gets the force onto Davey, but doesn't quite get it, and Zom gets the SMG kill. Looks like Cindy Prime just... Oh, beautiful part by Cindy. Coming in choke. Just busted in choke.
That was very good. They dropped the pocket there, dropped Fear Kid in. So, yeah, they're just muscling them out here. And, you know, they got two kills with that. Didn't even have to use Uber. And they've still got Zom sniping, so that's a plus for Loitersquad. And probably Rain's getting really aggressive here. He wants to use it. He just wants to probably trade an Uber and try and get a good, strong post Uber.
They're in. Cindy's a bit caught out here, but he's gonna enter the fight late. But they lose two though.
I think they committed too much, to be honest, like Loitersquad. Like, yeah, they got to lose Cindy as well.
Zom's
Maybe.
forward as well. Zom will die.
Yeah, and Cindy gets that luckily. They have to get out. Davey has to get out. He has to run. He could get juggled here.
Really nice
Gets
escape by
out.
Skindy there, I think. But
Cindy. The skin of his teeth.
Time has been added.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that. Like, I think Rain wanted to go for a good Uber trade, but they Ubered a scout, which was basically fine. But like Rain and Paulson are in, and basically no one else committed to the push. Like they had nothing else got down the flank, and they basically just lost that fight.
I think they kind of overextended there, overcommitted to that push, as you said, and
Yeah, they've
didn't turn out.
here. Paulson goes into dive to create space. Both scouts are working the right side. Prime goes down. Their flank's down. Zom goes down. That's a get out.
Turning out to be a pretty back and forth game. Wasn't really expecting this, to be honest. Keyboard Warriors. I guess one of
Your game was basically like this at times as well on Process, if you remember. Like, you just leapfrogging Ubers, but like they're just losing like heaps of players when it counts now in transitions.
They do get forced, but they
pretty
pick Dilly.
bad. Yeah, like the combos behind Davey. Davey's probably got to die here if Fear Kitten can actually turn around. And
Rains in, forces Star Viper.
Okay,
I don't know.
basically, Davey got out for free. Like, he basically walked past the whole combo when Davey probably being killed here. And with this, they're trying to still fight second here, but
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, they're losing this
But the
battle.
scouts are on point and just mopped them up.
Yeah, and this player's in at last. Like, Davey's here by himself. He can probably get sniped down, like, just get rushed, get picked off easily.
Time has been added.
They got Cindy spawns trying to do
It's all up to
things.
Cindy right now, but they do have some spawners. Rain's
Spawns
still
are
down
all
there.
up now. Spawns are all up fast. So, if they get in deep...
Already
they
got time on
heavy.
point.
No, they can defend us. I think they could defend us. Say, stand on the point. Stand us to stand on the point. Very nice.
Oh, the
Paulson.
big heavy.
Very nice. I think they fudged that Star Vipers team, like Keyboard Warriors. Like, they had plenty of time to all rush into last and just basically, you know, kill Davey and just push him out and then stand on a point. But, yeah, that
Oh, it looks
were a
like
bit...
Star Viper gets caught by Rain. He tried to escape IT, but Rain just catches him off.
Time has
Little
That's
Rain just
bad
jumping
luck.
all the way around.
But with this, we've got Dilly now sniping, so...
And if it was Goblin and IT there, but Cindy expects it. It's an easy kill, and looks like they have full advantage. They probably won't want to use here. I mean, they're pushing
They
IT, but
probably might have to, because there's a sniper dot, and they see it. So unless Davey sits there and does nothing, which he is, staying far back, just playing it safe. He's
going
on
for the
20 health,
force, but-
actually. He's 20 health. No, I think they're safe. I think they're safe. They're like, yeah, Davies, like, Dilly missed the first shot. I think Davies saw the dot. So you know how we just sat back in IT in the little computer room? Like, he let Rain and Cindy go out beforehand, so, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well played by Davey, but also
And they'll-
pretty good play by not going in for the force, gets Davey down to 20 HP, but Cindy
Yeah.
just cleaning players
Oh,
off. Oh, Davey gets
really?
sniped.
Wow.
Plays by Dilly. All just still peeking the sight line.
They're
Zom
still
goes
got
down.
fight this Loitersquad. Like, yeah, like Cindy's in, you know.
Cindy's
They're
just
all
doing
in.
so much damage. Double pipe sphere. Kills. Oh, gets good damage on the scout, and he's
This is the
he's
clan,
just
this is the
mopping
wipe.
up.
This is the wipe. Nice. I don't think they could convert this into any more because they're all so hurt, but yeah, basically, if you're playing against a real experienced team, if you do get the medic, since they all walked in for free anyway, they had pretty good position to, you know, to make a play, and they basically wiped them. And with this, oh wow. Wow.
Just go
Very well
straight to
done.
last.
Yeah, straight to last. That was good by Paulson and Prime. Like, you still have Prime baited the point and just waited until he got into a duel, and then Paulson jumped in to just like juggle that play off and potentially kill him, save Prime life, and yeah, they capped it. So who
We're
are watching this
watching
mid?
Nat this mid.
Sure.
Looks like he's gonna go for the. Oh, isn't it? Just gets the bop on the ramp. Doesn't go for the third rocket, but goes forward on right. Cindy. Zom stops Dilly.
Sniping a mid. He's taking
Looks
heaps
like
of damage here.
Paulson's straight in. Gets picked. Just both teams just losing players left, right, and center here. But looks like the
Equal
keyboard
trade,
warriors
yeah.
have this.
It's equal trades. Like unless Zom gets
He wants
another
to fight,
thing, a sniper. Yeah, Cindy could definitely fight this, but yeah, don't know. This is really
The romance gets
really
disconnected
weird.
off the combo from keyboard warriors. There, it's a really risky play, but they get forced first. And now
That was a
Cindy's just
bit
got to
of
get
a-
the force from
yeah.
Star Viper, and he's
That
just
was a
got to
bit
back
of
out.
a panic pop. I reckon he wanted to keep Zom Zom was on 20 health, but with that, Davey eats like a sticky, lands on 11 health. He might die here if he. Oh, yeah, he gets killed by Lock.
Nice plays by Lock there,
Yeah.
just owning that choke a little bit at the end of that Uber and killing
I think-
Davey.
I think it was a bit of a panic pop to be honest. Like Zom was there when I was low. Like Davey didn't take any damage. Cindy was still buffed. I think he just like panic popped there to like save Zom, but still they had like the worst Uber exchange. But they do have player ads, so they're not afraid to, you know, at least try to hold closer to the chokes and don't let Keyboard Warrior take free ground here.
He's just gonna see if what he can do at choke here, just poke and choke a little bit, but they do have 30% Uber advantage, so I think they're gonna wait for that to push.
Yeah, they gotta wait for the Uber. Like Loitersquad are just fine defending their second. They got sniper. Cindy's got traps up, so yeah, they're content to just sit here and grind Uber.
I think Keyboard Warrior should be expecting that Zom's on sniper, so gotta watch out for him not get dropped or anything
Yeah,
silly.
they're opting for an IT push, which is a push, I guess, to counter the sniper. But it's also pretty bad if they have to rotate out back again. But they're committing to this, so it's been telegraphed.
Fear's going in on the Suba. Looks
And
like
with this,
I don't think he's
Loitersquad
gonna
can
get
defend.
anything.
Loitersquad can definitely defend. They gotta get Uber up right now. So
Oh, he's going on. Oh, Davey on 19 HP. Fear it's all the way to last for Davey. Doesn't get him. Big holds by Davey there.
they're going to defend it, but they're all out. They use Uber. Cindy's got to jump forward. Got juggled a bit. Rains in. Nice by Cindy. Gets blocked.
Looks like Nat's just almost gets picked there.
Yeah, I suspect they want to try and roll to mid. Yeah, they are. Like, they got a sniper, they got position. This is really good. Like, no demo man by Lock. And look at Zom. Wow.
Zom's just showing his own
Cindy's
sniper, and
so
Cindy
aggressive. Look
just
at
comes
Cindy.
in,
Yeah.
cleans him up. See you later.
That was very well played. The thing about them pushing IT, since it took them, like, I don't know, it took them, like, what, 10, 15 seconds to go from, like, mid to actual IT to actually make it in. By the time that happened, even though they had, what, 40% out, it basically became nothing because the time they wasted walking through IT. If you want to do like an IT play like that, if you got to commit to it, they should walk in at like 80%.
Oh, Rain gets a massive midi to sort of stunt that Uber a bit from Fear.
Davey
It looks
could-
like he's not going to get
Oh,
much from
Davey's
this.
safe. Yeah, Davey's safe. Fear wasn't able to get much of that Uber. He's still going in. He's still going in deep.
I think that was a bit of a mistake by Fear,
This is
overcommitting with
very
that
good.
Uber.
Look at Rain. Rain's in. They're just leapfrogging players.
That trades with Paulson, the flank.
They've got Uber now, and Prime and Zom are killing everyone. One thing to note about that there, like, for players, if you're, yes, lower div, you saw how, Fear Kid jumped in, like, he jumped in for a choke all the way around, and, like, not all the players looked at him. Cindy still held the choke fine to not let anyone get in, while, you know, Fear got dealt with by the other team. other
Yeah.
teammates.
It's really good.
Yeah, this is
Cindy
just an
trusting
easy
his
cap.
team there.
Yeah, like, and basically that 100% Uber, just go and push.
That's half.
It is half.
I mean,
So, yeah,
it's a
that-
dominant performance by Loitersquad, but at the same time, it's been a lot more back and forth than I expected. And I mean, it did take 20 minutes for that 3-0, so definitely a game that's, you know,
They're working for it. Like, it's like how when
Yeah.
they played you guys on Process, like, they have to work for it. Like, you know, it does look dumb. Like, when they are having the roll, the momentum roll, it looks really easy, as, like, that round, but they are working for it, so it's not like win mid, roll on. Like, yeah, they are getting work. They are working for it. Now, look at the damage. So yeah, this is actually quite surprising. You got Rain and Fear top damaging as soldiers, which this isn't really a soldier favored map, but I guess Fear is being, how should I say, the old style pocket to pocket, the final boss Fear Kitten. He's taken insane amount of heals. He's taken heaps amounts of damage, but he's trying to, like, how should I guess it, justify him taking all the Ubers and all the heals by just doing heaps of damage. So you can look at it that way. And then, like, Cindy's there, just behind him at 5.3k. And then you've got Scouts. Dilly, Zom, then Paulson, Primed. And then after that, you've got Locke, who's having a pretty sad game.
yeah,
With
Locke's a bit of
Bland,
a sad gamer
and
right
then,
now.
Yeah, and then that. So, I think it's kind of what how they play Keyboard Warriors. Like, Fear Kitten is the final boss pocket. Everyone else will probably die on the team and they'll pop Uber on Fear Kitten. Like, if you want to, like, put it in a way like that. As in, he will always take the majority of the heals and everything.
I think if you're going to try and be the, you know, the pocket's pocket, all heals, you really need to have pretty exceptional Ubers. I mean, Fear's really come into his own, I think, showing his DM, you know, can get him the damage that he needs to, you know, compensate for how many heals he's taking, but as you saw before, he overextends a lot on Ubers, and I think that's the downfall. He kind of dies and can get baited a lot by better teams.
Yeah, like, he actually did have not so many bad Ubers. Oh, I was just answering something. Yeah, like when we joined the game, remember I had that Uber on mid where he caught out Davey, and like Davey's like 98%. Like, that was a really good Uber. Like, that was more Davey's mistake, but Fear did get the job done. Like, he dropped Davey before, like, you know, before Davey had Uber, so...
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
will punish mistakes from the other team as
But
well.
yeah, I think on this map it's also really hard to get Ubers. Like, you saw as well, like, he pops Uber, which is fine, but then he gets, like it's really easy to kite, because you can just jump away, especially when you got soldiers and spam from, like, you got, like, Rain juggling his Uber. Like, you saw he juggled the Uber, Skybox middied him on second, and then you have Cindy there also juggling Uber. So he's not getting much done. That's why he feels like he maybe has to post Uber, overextend, try to get, like, a Hail Mary pick. But that can be bad, as you saw, like, he just died when he went for a play like that, and then they just, you know, pushed on in, because Cindy's there locking everyone else out.
Yeah, I think both meds are kind of just... The problem they have on Process is just, like, using really early. I mean, it's really hard because both teams have pretty good snipers. I think that's the reason why they're doing these really early Ubers, but they're expecting more from their Ubers than I think they can
Yeah.
rely on, you know, using
the
so
map.
early.
Yeah, it's the map, that how it goes, like, yeah. And I think they have medical man problems for Loitersquad. But yeah, like, Loitersquad definitely are winning, like, post-Uber situations. Like, you saw the point where, Dilly dropped Davey at second point, and then their whole team just got wiped. Like, they got the medic pick, you know, like, bam, straight off when Loitersquad entered second, but then all of Keyboard Warriors just got completely wiped. Because just, like, pure DM and a bit of probably poor positioning as well. Like, Locke probably had nothing loaded that instance, I think. So, yeah. So that's probably what they're probably trying to ally to win on. Instead of the Ubers, try to win off the Ubers. They'll just, like, win post-Uber fights and picks from Zom when he's sniper, which has been happening.
Yeah, I think Loitersquad's teamwork is shining through here in the team fights as well. It seems like the Keyboard Warriors just, you know, going for sort of separate duels, like their scouts at least, not really playing with that team as much. And, you know, there's always the snipers, and just Locke can get caught out, and that's going for bombs. It looks much more clean from Loitersquad. You know, Cindy, Rain always playing together.
The execution's probably looking a lot cleaner, but that being said, I think the thing about Keyboard Warriors, I think, like, compared to teams such as Tea Time, Jasmine, the 25, which is like the mates team, and also Behemoth Esports, Putty's team, I think their team doesn't really have like a certain carry player on that team. Like, sure enough, you've got like Sam, and yourself, Campbell, if you're playing having a good game in Elmo, like you three really stand out for your team. Like for Putty's team, it's Putty of course, but then they've also got Telly and Drat. They're really good star players compared to the other inexperienced players on the team. For the 25, like Freud is doing the Pocket's Pocket, doing beastly damage as Pocket, and there's also Realmy and Disturbed, which probably, you know, you could say they're more experienced players that can carry the team just by better mechanics. But this team, they don't really have, how should I say, they don't really have like a huge carry standout player. Like most of them were pretty new to Prem, I think, making debuts this whole season. I'm pretty sure they all are.
Yeah, I think give credit where credit's due.
Fear did play the season, so yeah. So the
As
thing I
medic
think
though, yeah. So
oh no, he's playing like Roma. Remember Roma? He played Roma for Doctor's team. Great job. But the thing about their team that even they may not have like a superstar player to carry, you know, to carry quotations to victory, they're more well-rounded as a team. Like even if one player you could potentially say plays bad, like since the team is a lot more they're more rounded. Like if one of the carry players on one of the other teams I just mentioned has like a bad game, like they could potentially lose games and rounds off that. Well, this team, then that's not the case, and I think that's also one of their strengths. Like their scouts are pretty well rounded. Like if Dilly and Bland's like start snowballing, they can get out of control.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of credit for Keyboard Warriors. Yeah, as you said, a lot of new players to Prem, and their teamwork has kind of got them this far. I think. As you said, they don't really have star players that all you know, individually go massive. I mean, Fear can have his games, and Dilly can certainly turn it on. But yeah, I think just the whole team is very well rounded.
I think like for a team like that, like they can only get better as they go on, as they play during the season. That's the thing. Like, yeah, like even though they don't have like certain character players, like they can all just focus their own game and just work together as a team. Like, probably the only biggest downside to them is that they lost Uloops before the season started, and he was probably like he gave a lot to the team for the aggression, as in he had really good rollouts, so Nat could follow up on that. But then they got Locked, who hasn't played Demo Man, I think, for a while. He's been playing Pocket, I think, for like 2 seasons. I think he did play Demo Man a while ago. I'm not too sure, but he's obviously got to struggle a bit. And it looks like we're going live, yeah, so take us away.
Just gonna watch Rain on this mid. Yeah, he does go gumbos, but let's do the equalizer rollout. See what he does on this mid. Playing pretty passively. He can take control of his health back. Looks like the Warriors are all, you know, fighting their pack, and just actually that's pretty split, and they pick Cindy, and that goes down as well. But I think the Cindy pick's pretty huge from Dilly there, and looks like Keyboard Warriors having a really good mid, killing Zom as well. And they're just gonna push across the point. Falls and kills himself on the crate, with the rocket jump, and they're just gonna chase Loitersquad all the way out here. Give one scout to cap, boys.
I don't think they can get anything much done, because Cindy's about to spawn hit, but that was definitely convincing mid-win. Like, Nat, he didn't go super fast, he just basically went to be a pest and pulled Paulson back behind him, and yeah, Cindy got it. Look at Rain. This is what he wants to do. Oh, he got juggled a bit and had to probably, it's a bad Uber by Rain. He's just probably got to sack himself. Davies out. Fear still, Starviper, he dropped. Yeah, that's probably a bit of a mistake there. Like, Starviper did have a good initial surf, but he got kind of like probably stuck between rock and a hard place. See what I did there, boys. But like, yeah, he surfed the first rock. He probably tried to juke and surf the second one, but he did drop there. But that's still being said, they are cleaning up. Like, they're getting cleaned up, I mean, by Cinderella Man and Primed.
A huge Primed.
Yeah, like, Rain was going for a really good Uber. If we go back a couple of moments there, like, he wanted to hold close choke and go in for a big Uber and choke. But actually, Fear did really good, like, denying him. Like, he mitied him, juggled him heaps. And, like, they just milked it too much, you know what I mean? Like, Rain's an exceptional player. It's a bit of skill, a bit of luck, but I think ultimately, yeah, like, it's Rain being Rain as well. That's probably showing Starviper's also inexperience as well. Like, he did have a good surf, but he also probably didn't realise, like, he surfed to a bad location. Like, maybe if he surfed up into the top of the point, that would have been a lot better, because, you know, it would have been harder, he would have had to get, like, directed, but he got kind of, like, he surfed himself and straight into, like, into a wall, basically, and yeah, had nowhere to go afterwards.
You can't out-surf the surfing master.
Oh, I see what you did there. And actually, Uber in, Keyboard Warriors combo actually does the push out of Big Door and try to, like, get around, but while they're doing that, they're losing the whole right side of Lars.
Oh, Mock gets picked up top by Paulson, huge pick there. They're gonna go in on this, and Zom gets a massive headshot onto the Star Viper.
This is what I'm talking about here. Look at Blance and Dilly. They're doing work here. Look at that. They're gonna kill him. Yeah.
Oh, damn, he gets a kill on Blance!
Arrow
Gonna do the hardly?
Oh! 2 arrows. He got
Oh
two
my
arrows on
god,
Dilly.
Davey!
Oh,
Oh, Rain's gonna save him.
Nice
Rain's gonna
work.
save him. That was
Okay.
amazing by Davey. Oh, he's
That was
still getting chased though,
amazing.
yeah? Yeah,
Nice,
he
nice
gets
by Rain and
that.
Prime. Okay, that was good by both teams. Like, that was really good a testament to, like, Keyboard Warriors scouts. Like, you saw how good they did. Like, they did really good mop-up. They just couldn't really 2v1 a medic. And since Dilly basically danced around, that bought time for Rain to come back and spawn and save them. So it's 4-1, Loitersquads.
I watch Zom in this role. I think he's just hitting some huge headshots, and see why Loitersquad just love running him with Sniper.
Nat actually
Getting
goes super
free
fast
kill.
onto Cindy. Doesn't get him. Cindy surfs away, and
Paulson dies early.
yeah, Paulson dies early for that.
I'm just coming in here a choke. Body shots Dilly. It's one down. Gets spammed out really hard by Lock there, but looks like Loitersquad's losing players. Zom just didn't really get enough room in that mid, I feel. Paulson dying early was, you know, pretty bad for him.
Oh, that's Roma life. It's alright.
Yeah, but he didn't really have the space to come in once the roam is down, you know. Oh, he might get a kill.
Oh
Kill Star
my
Viper
god,
RT there.
I was about to say, that could... Yeah, no. I'm still a bit... I mean, I think Fear had the right idea. Like, Fear was actually committed. Like, if you saw that, Fear was disconnected from Star Viper. Like, Fear was up on, like, kind of like the health pack ramp leading in. I think Star Viper was just a bit too slow to react, you know? Like, if he was maybe in deeper with Fear, that probably could have worked out, but... Yeah, gets dropped again.
Fully revenge from Loitersquad,
Basically,
yeah.
it's been, what, 2 from 2 now? He hasn't had an Uber since... Oh, Zom!
Zom's just getting
headshot
so
on
many
Fear.
kills.
They probably go forward, yeah, they're going forward to their forward spawn. Like, they're just busting around choke, just going in. They've probably got to crush them all here if they want to. Paulson's in deep, top of RT. And they're out at last. Like, yeah, Nat's smart, he's not going to go for any Hail Mary play. And they're in. Door 2. Multi in, damage.
Lock gets caught out.
Lock got
Yeah,
caught out
Lock-
massively there.
Yeah, Locke shouldn't have... He should have known that they'd fully revenge there and been back. But Fear gets caught out as well.
Paulson gets Dilly.
Nat coming in, doing some really good damage, but I don't think they can hold this.
Dom gets a disgusting shot onto that, and yeah, that's 5-0. Well, that looks a lot more convincing than the first half.
Could you say that Zom pretty much just won them that round there? I mean, he gets the drop, gets the kills to give him fourth, and then he, you know, they have fully revenge for last, so it's just this easy round.
He did win him that round, you do have to say. Like, that drop, like, if we look at the stats now, it's looking pretty... Yeah, it's looking pretty gross, I have to say, as in just the medical stats. Like, yeah. Star Viper with 2 Uber drops. Davey didn't die at all that time. He has a positive KDR as medic. He did that pretty good juking and jiving with the little the Vinty 2 steps. The Vinty 2 steps, get the melee kill out. Shout out to Vinty there. I think like the scouts did really good. Dilly and Blance to clean up post Uber in that fight, but they just, you know, probably choked a bit too much trying to kill the medic like 2v1, and yeah, Rain got back in, and basically Zom, yeah, they did lose the initial, you know, rollout, but then basically, yeah, Zom gets a drop on Star Viper. Damage wise, it's Rain and Cindy at the top, but then surprisingly, Nat, Fear, Dilly, so, you know, they are doing pretty good amounts of damage, Keyboard Warriors, they're just not converting to frags, I think.
I have to say this is, well, at least Process. I mean, Gollywash as well a little bit, but Process mainly is a really unlucky map to verse Loitersquad on. I think it must be one of their stronger maps. I mean, Cindy can do the fast rollout, and both the soldiers go fast as well. Rain's on gunboat, so he goes fast with Paulson, and Zom's. It only helps Zom sniping just the open map of Process. So I think it's kind of unlucky that they're versing him such a well-favoured map for Loitersquad, but yeah, they're just showing their dominance with Zom headshots.
Yeah, I also
really good play by Cindy and
Locke
Prime.
also had a really sad half. Like, he bottom damage, he got no kills. Like, you saw, he got caught out. Like, he was doing his best at mids, but in transitional phase plays, like, how should I say, you know, like, he basically wasn't getting much damage done at chokes or anything, because he was like just getting caught out position or dead. So he couldn't do much to defend, to be honest. But yeah, this map. Well, we're going live now.
I'm gonna watch Lock on this rollout. Let's do the sort of slow sticky. Tries to go left, but I think he botches that actually. He's still going left. There's a sort of good recovery of the left rollout, I guess. It looks like Cindy beats him quite considerably, and he's getting good damage. He kills Zom.
Wow.
He's going really far forward across point here. He's just backing up. It looks like frags exchange all over the place, but looks like
This is a good recovery by
Keyboard Warriors
Loitersquad.
just get wiped by Paulson.
It was a good recovery. Like, Cindy died really early, and so did Zom, but that was a pretty good recovery to get a few more frags to make up for it. And Star Viper did die. Like, Davey got down to like 50 health, and then like players started to commit to kind of chase him. And when that happened, Paulson just jumped forward and basically made space. And they're not even able to cap this point. Wow, Rain's recontesting it.
Oh,
That's on
Lock's
point.
17 HP.
And that's dead. He does cap the point, so that's really not do much anyway, since all the spawns were already there from last.
Loitersquad have fully advantage anyway, so
Yeah.
they don't really care.
Time has been added.
And
Yeah, I
how-
think Loitersquad actually had the bad position on that mid, but Paulson and
initially
Prime
they
just
were bad,
wiping up.
but yeah, like, yeah, two players start to chase, commit to Davey, and look at Star Viper, he's gonna get caught here, he's dead. Look at this by Rain,
Oh,
please.
that's
Nice, Rain.
He does eventually die.
He was like stuck in midair, like he had no movement momentum, he was always gonna die I think, even though it looked like a pretty nice surf, like yeah, he was just floating. And Cindy! Look at that by Cindy.
Huge
Puts
plays
up
by
a
Cindy.
nice sticky trap, and yeah, two players walk into it.
It's chasing all the way
And,
last.
yeah, like, I think this is just showing their inexperience, like, they should have known they did that, they should have been like in a way better, safer, like, defensive position, like up top, you know, like, or in lobby doors, like, not even at second, and basically, yeah. Med got out, caught out, Star Viper got caught with his pants down.
I'm gonna have to look at the gully master, Cindy, this rollout.
We've got Zom sniping as well, so I think Loitersquad are kind of in chilling mindset now.
Interesting that Cindy would opt to go left when Zom's sniping, but he's getting some good damage here. Looks like really left the position for Loitersquad here, just all moving as a blob together, but Prime gets picked and Zom as well. That's two really big picks, and oh, they're getting wiped this mid. This plays by Dilly Nat there.
This is a turnaround. Big turnaround.
This is the comeback
yeah.
we've been waiting for.
This is, and look, Cindy's fighting the world here. He does get a little consolation frag, but he's probably gonna die here. He's
late death as well.
Yeah. And with this, we've got Fear Kitten, who was in their lobby. Fear, he gets out. He just took the health back, got out. So yeah, like that was a huge turnaround. Very well played by
It's on
Keyboard
Spire.
Warriors.
Zom
Oh
gets
my
a
God.
headshot
Zom.
on Dilly as well.
Time has been added.
Watching the Paulson cam, yeah.
Yeah,
Watch
get
the
on
spy
Paulson.
cams.
Star Viper needs to get over. He
Oh,
hasn't been healing
he's
enough.
got a spot
Oh
by
my
Pete.
God, he gets
Oh, he gets
arrowed.
killed by Star Viper.
Very nice
The
Star
ultimate
Viper.
shame.
Nice work, Star Viper. And with that, he only really has to be afraid of Zom now. Hopefully he doesn't drop. They're pushing main? Oh, I don't really like this. It's only Fear. Where is other players? Okay, Demo's in. Demo...
Oh, Prime just
gets
blocks
flashed
the
now.
Ubers heavy on last there. Gets
Did you
caught
get
out.
Prime?
Really messy fight here, but looks like
Post Super
Keyboard
Fight, I think they
Warriors.
won it, yeah.
We've got the round on the board.
That was a really good Uber. I thought it was going to be pretty bad Uber. Normally you want to elect to Uber from main, lower main there, but it did work out in the end. They actually, Demo came in a bit later, locked him out spawn, do get Prime, got the follow up on Prime, and basically, yeah, they got all the frags and then get killed. Like 9 players lost, so good round by Keyboard Warriors.
Having a little watch of pulse in this mid. Looks like Loitersquad are walking up the right side. Not sure if he botches a jump there or just wants to play under, but he's gonna jump mad. Will he get
This is
stuff up?
looking-
Good damage.
This is looking bad for Loitersquad already. They lost Cindy really early. It's back to a 3v3 now. Paulson is on point. He's no, he's about to get out
Prime
now.
gets
yeah, Dave's
down.
out. Yeah, Paulson's got to die here.
This might go for a jump on
Oh my,
Star Viper,
Davey, no. Like, Davey kept on trying to arrow Paulson. He missed the first arrow, and then he tried to arrow him again. Like, he should have, the moment, the moment Prime went down, after the 3v3 became like a 3v2, like, Davey should have just, like, left Paulson and got out. He could have gone out there, I think. But, you know, he, like, persisted in trying to get arrows, and basically Bland's killed him. And with this, we've got Zom sniping, and they're, like, going to push big door. Which is fine, I can see that, Keyboard Warriors. But with
Warriors
that,
have
you've
really
got-
dominant position in
you
this
got
game
Rain
right now.
holding forward up top. You see where he's positioned? Like, yeah. Oh, Star Viper had to use. Good force by Paulson. Good play there. Like, basically, Paulson, like, snuck out. He's got to get it. He snuck out from lower lobby while they were looking at Rain and the sniper, and he basically, like, yeah, gets an easy force.
Fear's on last.
He gets stopped a bit. He was 300, so he's still healthy. And now it's coming to a bit of a skirmish.
Oh, he picks Davey. That's massive.
Nice by Fear.
All on the point. Well, there's two players, but really good play by Fear. I didn't really think that would work out, to be honest.
I reckon it did work out, because the thing is there was like only one scout up, so it's really hard to deny. And also, Rain's also going no shotgun, you know, like, it's, you know, he has less DM potential. Like, if he runs out of rocket ammo, like, what can he do? You know what I mean? Like, that's a limitation. But they're actually letting them to have this for free. I don't agree with this with Keyboard Warriors. Like, they had two players.
Rain got really good position up top there and just spammed without a check.
But I think they just want to play an absolute advantage, so they're playing it safe and slow. Keyboard Warriors, so I think this has got to work out for them. But if they're not careful, like, Loitersquad could potentially even slow this out even more and probably get Uber to defend. That being said, Cindy! The trap! No one, Beacon didn't check it! Beacon it!
Well, that's the oldest trap in the book.
Not ammo mod. Beacon it! No, press W, look for shotgun out, check stickies, check corners. No. Oh my god. And with that, there's no fight at second. There's still fight at second? Yeah, Nat goes down.
Those guys are just going to clean off here.
Yeah, that's...
Just got to make sure they protect Davey in there.
Oh my god, like... Yeah,
it's a bit heartbreaking for Keyboard Warriors.
It's not Starbump's fault. Like, that was Feakin's fault, 100%. Like, you saw how 40 went. Like, he jumped down to the little roller door. Like, he didn't even check the trap. Like, he didn't even turn around. He's just like, yeah, nah, no traps at the forward big garage door.
The demo was watching it as well.
Yeah, like, Cindy is good demo. We all know that. Cindy's one of the best, so... And with this, Rain's in, locks down, no demo. Wow,
look until he got caught out in lobby.
Good Uber. This should be round, I think. Yeah, sub up and down. Where are the other players? There's one scout sneaky. There's a soldier in river. Nat's trying to go for like a miracle play to kill them all here.
Big minis by Rain.
Yeah, valiant effort by Nat. Like, you know, Nat and Blance had the right idea. You know, hide, try to collapse them after Uber faded. You know, that was just bad luck. Like, yeah, it wasn't bad luck. It was like Fearkin and kind of dropping the ball for them, to be honest. Not turning around, not checking stickies.
Yeah, definitely. Watching Cindy this mid. So he's just going choke and doing some really good early damage onto the scouts and just locking those soldiers out.
Wow, look at Nat. He's the sad gamer. But
someone goes down early though.
Yeah,
kind of been a trend on.
Wow. Oh, look at
Primed as well.
Paulson.
Oh,
wow.
look, just going huge, just mid.
No, look at Paulson. Paulson gets 2 kills on the back of it, kills the combo. So
even some chat coming out.
Time has been
Fair must have got a flick midi or something on someone.
Paulson got flick. He killed them both, so I'm pretty sure it's alright. Like, it's 100% ad. They'll just wait for players and not repush, and I don't think yeah, Keyboard Warriors aren't really in a position to push. Like, they've been super safe. Look at the medic's position. Like, look at Star Viper. I've never seen this position in Gully ever in my life. Like, what's going on? Are they got both soldiers forward now? And that's forward.
Interesting hold.
It is interesting.
I actually kind of like it because, you know, if they force the Uber early, it's better to refight.
But then they won't be able to force the Uber. That's the thing, because no one's forward. Like, they've got a sticky trap and that dies. Like, they never got forced to Uber. That's the thing. Like, yeah. Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, Demo was in no position to spam, and basically they did delay it a little bit, 60% Uber, but you know they're giving up second for free as well. And Loitersquad do have an advantage. Like, they're on 80%. They could get Uber to defend this. Nat's in forward spawn. He back spawns. It's equal Uber now to defend last, and they're all out.
I think maybe if they had a sniper there or something, it would be in a better position.
Yeah,
but they're all so far back that they're kind of just relying on Nat to get the force, and while Nat is
it wasn't gonna work, man. Like, you know, they'll just play slow. Like, you saw how they all played it super slow. Yeah, they all just worked their way in. It wasn't even a muscle in. They just worked their way in. And Paulson's going for a force right now. He forces it. Wow.
Oh, nice play. Oh, he gets out as well.
Nice.
He gets out.
That's twice he's done that. Twice he's gone for a force to go. Oh,
he does get killed, but it doesn't really matter. They're overextending with this Uber in lobby.
He's got overextend here, real bad. Look at Fear. He got meat shot city. Like, just got denied by Zom and Prime.
Kind of what I'm saying about Fear, like, you can't really do anything. I mean, he goes for the play.
He had to. Like, I think any fucker would probably go for it. Like, you may as well just throw yourself, like, away. Like, he'll get up for last point, but, you know, things looking pretty grim. And look at Rain just coming in with Cindy. We've got Scout going under, I believe. Yeah, they're just walking on point, baiting time, but they need to get frags here, because they're not getting frags. So Viper dies, yeah, walk on point, no one on point.
Cindy just rolls all over them.
What I also saw there as well is Paulson hit Star Viper down to like basically 80. I think Star Viper's just too afraid of dropping Ubers now. You could say that, like, he's got the fear into him. He's dropped what, 3 Ubers already?
Yeah.
Tied with ampersand.
He dropped 2 on the last half
2
of
on
the process
previous,
as well.
yeah, so let's have a look at these stats then. Pretty interesting to see that the pockets are doing the most damage here. Yeah, Rain and Fear doing good damage. It's good to see Fear's manning up a bit. Then it's also Cindy and Locke. Locke's actually having a pretty good game. He's actually having pretty decent mids when they're playing it slow. Like, they're actually winning mid Keyboard Warriors, but I think Nat's just getting shut down completely. And the scouts aren't really having that much of an impact. I think Dilly's getting shut down a bit. And also, when they do have an advantage, they're just throwing it away.
Yeah,
like
I think
with the Uber drops, you know?
for Loitersquad, their only downfall really is their scouts or scout or sniper just dying really early on the mids. As both scouts are pretty much bottom damaging. You rarely see that from primed or Zom, so kind of getting a bit caught out maybe early on mids. See what happens this mid.
And Zom sniping.
So the Zom came here. Well, he almost gets a peek onto Locke. Oh, Locke's gonna peek it again, he dies. So,
wow,
really good
down.
shot by Zom.
I do like this by Keyboard Warriors. Look at that, like they rolled out through choke this time actually, Loitersquad, and they have full point control, Keyboard Warriors. I think this has actually got to work out for them if Star Viper doesn't get killed here. Oh, nice.
I love Loiter, it's just so low.
Yeah, that's
Gonna have to back out.
they'll get out fine. Like they haven't kept the point, but like I think what they want to do is kind of like make Keyboard Warriors look at them, like all at top, roll out through choke, do a little bit slow, and have Zom, no one look at Zom, you know, like let Zom try to get a couple more picks, but yeah, Paulson does go down to Dilly on the flank there.
He's just holding big door again. Trying to get that drop on Star Viper maybe.
Cindy's just like 1v4 here, if you're looking at this, like look at this. Nice, wow.
Oh, and he gets bland. Locke's gonna get caught out with a super.
Good. This is what you can do, like, when you're defending, if they all push in, you can just Uber your demo man, and he can just do so much, like, as you saw that, like, even before the Uber, like, they lost range, but City did get a kill pre-Uber, and then he also got the demo man, so they could just buff up and go, and get into mid, and yeah, Crumb's already in. They got some point presence.
Oh, Fear's gonna get caught. Oh no, that's a pretty bad death.
Looking for any goblins or any, like, any suicidal players. Nah, Nat's up top. He'd probably go for a jump, maybe do a choke jump if he wants to. But you know, like they got a slight Uber disad.
In that late death on Fear allows them to push forth so hard here.
And
range
Zom's
just in.
sniping as well. Yeah, like they've got point for free basically. Like they locked at the doors. You know, soldiers already up top skirmishing. Nat gets shot down pretty low, down to 55, and yeah, so. It's got to be equal Uber, hopefully, if Star Viper grinds this, which he actually hasn't been grinding, which is actually really weird. Yeah, he hasn't been grinding Uber, and yeah, Feed Kitten's on gunboats as well, so...
It's interesting, gunboat's on last.
Oh, Paulson, wow. That's nice for Star Viper, like, just take a bit of damage, lock those down, it's pretty bad. I thought they probably thought Star Viper did have Uber, like, I reckon if he did have Uber, he would have popped there, they didn't have Uber, so, you know, that happened.
Yeah, and Keyboard Warriors defense is just getting shut down here. Locke dying in Sentry goes down as well. I think it's a headshot onto Zom though.
Would do anything, but like they'll wait for another pick. And Paulson's a pyro. Okay, they're doing it. They're doing it, boys. They're probably gonna do a submarine strat or something, as we like to call it.
Is this the pyro under we know and love?
I don't know if it's a pyro Uber. I think they just probably got trade Uber. And Paulson's got to try and sneak under. I don't know. Like could be one or the other. Could be your Uber, your pyro on the point, or you know,
scout cap in the same time.
Like scout. Okay, Paulson's got a river. I think the guy's like suicide. Yeah, look at him. They know he's a pyro. Like, no one's reacting to it. Yes, they pop Uber, and here comes Paulie. He's on point right now. Oh, I'm excited.
He's just gonna. Oh, that drops up from the sky. That's the counter to that. The Naps just dropped out from the top of the point. I mean, if he tried to go any other way, he just would have capped. Simple as that. But
not gonna lie, while that did happen, everyone else got wiped. Like Fear got Davey, Locke killed Paulie. Like they wiped Loitersquad. I think Loitersquad probably messed around too much. They should just, you know, show a slight bit more respect and just, you know, if they won't do that properly, double pyro. Come on, boys. Just yeah, they should focus up to try to finish it because they basically threw that completely. Biggest throw of their lives.
I think it would have worked out better if they Ubered the pyro under.
Yeah,
the
but
scout capping.
The thing is, like, I think Paulie got in for free. Like, I reckon if they had one more play with him, it could have worked. Potentially, if they killed Nat, who was on the ring. That was good credit to Nat, good slot positioning there.
Yeah.
A good work by Keyboard Warriors to completely nullify that unorthodox push. Something you'd see like Div 4, Div 5, Div 3 at tops. Yeah.
Looks like Keyboard Warriors are holding this big door
They went
again.
for Uber. They went for Uber. Like, they just
Yeah.
want to get Uber. Now they're going. Yeah, here they come. They're playing super slow. Here, they use early, really early. I don't like this. Like, look, Rain's out. Double scout Uber, actually.
Doesn't get
And
anything.
Nothing done. Like, Paulson's really
Control
low.
point is being captured.
Paulson's super low.
It doesn't really
Not
matter if
still.
Paulson dies. They're just going to push in with the super advantage, you know, regardless.
Yeah, yeah, they will. I don't know if they'll push it now. Oh, they definitely will. They got Dilly now. They'll let him cap the point. It doesn't matter. And they'll just walk in without using Uber, I'd imagine. They'll just muscle him out. And yeah, look at Keyboard Warriors. They're no position to fight. They don't want to fight. They don't. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Like,
look, it's
look.
pipe onto Davey.
Oh, Nat is a sad gamer. Saddest gamer alive. He gets juggled. He gets roasted and toasted. Fear's in now. Fear wants some. Fear does nothing. I don't know, Fear. That's very questionable. Like,
I don't
if he
think
wants to
losing
go,
two
if he
players
wants
is
to
good.
go, he should have gone when Nat went. You know, well, they all looked at Nat because that was gone for the midi there. You saw that, but yeah, basically Fear's like, yeah, nah, I'm coming, boys. And stuff like
A scout on as well. Land. Oh, Dilly rather. Just
Wow,
gets
Dilly.
a pick onto Davey.
Very
Can't believe
nice.
they let that happen, but
I know. I think
God.
they're probably playing a bit too confident now. Like, yeah, Dilly. Yeah, like, yeah, Dilly did really good work there. Davey probably just didn't want to pop at all costs. You know, just save the absolute ad and use Uber for loss. But tables turned once again, and they really want to push out. Fear wants to push. Oh, Zom!
oh, Zom, beautiful shot by
Wow.
Zom to start off.
Nice work.
His meds are just having a bad day.
That was a really bad position. Like if you look where he died, he was actually trying to like pressure River at Rain with the combo Fear, and that's probably Fear's fault again. For trying to like leading his medic in a bad position. Look at Rain, jumps over point behind him. Cindy's putting stickies on the point. Rain dies, but it could be Loitersquad's point.
Zom's
Hey,
just gonna have
convert
3
more
shots
kills.
remain. Kill Star Viper again,
Yeah.
straight out of spawn. Like, this
He
is
gets
the.
another shot on Dilly. He can win this. Like yeah, he can win this. Please.
Believe.
Come on,
Believe
guys.
Zom. Where's the close range headshot right now?
Dead. Yeah.
12 HP. Oh, headshot.
Kill. This is gross. I think
Zom
Zom
is
probably
just-
could have like SMG'd and killed
He's
something, but
still
he's
going
probably
for
gonna die.
Oh no, he's back now.
Yeah. I think they've been a bit more silly as well now. I think
Yeah.
people should count their lucky stars in that one. Loitersquad are kind of being silly.
Zom really just destroyed the repush ability though.
Oh my
Just
god,
got
Zom went
all
huge.
those kills.
He drops Star Viper and kills him as he spawns. Again, like... Yeah,
Star Viper's
basically,
having a bad day. He's a sad
Uber's
gamer.
equal. Paulson, look at Paulson. Paulson gets spotted out by Luck. And sneaky. And look at Luck. What's trying to pipe him? Oh my god. You watching this cast? Look, he's on last. He's just juking and driving. And
Oh
now
my
look at them
God.
trying to chase him. They got commit players to chase him. And let's see if any other Loitersquad players. Like, Paulson's... Oh my god!
Star Viper gets
Oh
killed
my
third time
god.
on last. Oh, they
Paulson's
crits!
out. Ow.
Paulson's just going under.
Crits is doing nothing. Cindy's just got to get in the point. Cindy kills himself.
Oh, Paulson's
and
just Paulson
This is
backstabs
showboating.
Lock.
This is showboating now.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Oh, Davey. Melee kills coming out by the spy and the
That's
med.
4-1 Loitersquad. Hey, they're calling GG? What? That's a bit BM. Come on, lads.
Oh my gosh, the double spies.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Okay, this mid. Who you watching, Campbell?
Okay, I'm gonna watch Paulson this bit. Actually, I'm watching Prime right now.
Wow.
So Lock gets headshot straight away.
Oh my
Prime's
God.
dead. Just
Okay.
Keyboard Warriors just
This
getting
is gonna be
destroyed
game. Yeah.
by Paulson.
Basically, yeah, like
Should've
Cindy
watched
went choke. He got like a good pipeline scanner, shot plus forward him, and then both soldiers committed to their side, and then Rain basically like counter jumped with. Yeah, Rain counter jumped basically like munched 2 players. Look at Paulson. He's already
Cindy's just
last.
in because they're running
Yeah,
crits
look,
and they
they're
almost
spawn
had crits.
camping. Yeah, they're spawn camping already. Like Paulson's in sneaky.
He's gonna back up and reload and just use crits, I reckon.
Yeah, Zom's capping mid. They just got probably bait him in. I think it's probably too late. Like, Fear's forward. They won't try and fight this. They may as well try
Control
to.
point is being captured.
I reckon they should try to do something. They're holding forward.
He's gonna use the crits on last, I think. They're still stacking
Nat
count there.
got headshot. He's a bit sad.
So I'm not even caring, he's just gonna snipe no matter what's happening. They have crits and
And yeah, basically
Back cap.
Paulson
Paulson
wasn't
just
sneaky
goes-
the whole time. So yeah,
Wow.
after that he just ran straight in back cap. So that's a good game.
and that's GG.
It was G.
Really demoralizing loss in
Yeah.
that final round there.
Yes. Look at the stats. Well, officially, Star Vipers probably dropped the most Ubers, I believe, in Premier Division at the moment. Dropped a tally of 4.
Is that for tonight?
That's 4
Or is
tonight,
that-
yeah. It's like 1 each half of, of Gully Wash. 2 in Gully Wash, 2 in process, so He's probably the saddest medic in Prem Division. And let's even get some interviews.
Big damage coming out from Cindy that last half.
Cindy was doing
Cindy
work in
and
the
Ray.
mids. I think he was getting from the mids as well. He actually got one crit sticky off, killed himself and a scout. But yeah, Zom was doing heaps of work. He was getting free reign and basically like primed. I do have to say, probably wasn't trying. Olsen was just being the goblin as usual. You know, credit to Keyboard Warriors. They had some pretty good holds there. Yeah, you can see the potential there. I think Locke is probably the only player who's really struggling. Like Locke is just getting caught out. Just their combo just needs to know how to position themselves and know when they've got a really bad disadvantage and get the hell out. Like you saw when Star Viper got caught crossing over on top of mid. You know what I mean? Like at the second point. Yeah, I mean not mid, second point. Like from like the little from up top of second crossing over to like Riverside. Like they just need to know. But they played their advantages quite well. But they played it real slow. Like they made sure no one died. They got the Ubers, and pushed forward and they got out like that. But just when they got disad, they're just getting caught out completely, just getting outplayed. And with that, let's get some interviews. Josh, do you have details, please?
Yeah, I sent to them already.
Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I'll drag them into the channel and see.
Yeah, I do not have basically anyone on Keyboard Warriors, so...
Yeah, I just talked to Nat.
It was an interesting game.
I think the man of the match was definitely Zom. Do you agree, Ton?
I think Zom on Gullywash, definitely, he was outstanding performance, especially second half. I reckon, yeah, Zom on Gullywash completely, he basically made Star Viper want to install the game. I'm pretty certain about that. That's a fact. It's like watching anime makes you a better TF2 player. That's a fact, true fact. So yeah, he basically, he dropped Star Viper twice on Gullywash, kills him again when he spawns, and then in other sloppy fights he gets a pick on him as well, to open up the fight. In the second half, so. Credit to Zom. Hello, Rain.
That's an amazing
hello. Hello. Is there anyone from the other team coming, Josh? Could we get Zom in here? I really want Zom to be in here, because he was man of the match on Gullywash. Yes, no, or was he had enough?
I'll ask him.
He says okay.
Okay. The zombie is coming. Oh yes.
Sure. So, pretty convincing win by you boys. Well done. Bit
Thank
of
you.
clowning around, bit of throws there. I saw Rain with the submarine strat.
That was Paulie's doing. He was calling oh, you guys Uber in and I'm gonna go underneath and everything will be okay.
I think if you commit a scout with him, you would have capped that. But yeah, he was you didn't have enough cap point time, and basically, Zom basically put you all on his back and said, "Don't worry about it, boys. I've got this."
Yeah.
And basically won you that half. I do have to say.
5k on last.
Easiest 5Ks of his life. Easy medic drops. Easy medic picks to open it up for you. Cindy, very nice crits. I saw you killed Blands and yourself.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, you did. I saw that. You put some little panic crits stickies just to make it look no one come at me, and then you jump into point, and they basically killed yourself. Yeah, so.
Well, I come through. I don't see anyone on. I shoot a sticky the demo. It misses. I'm pretty sure it was the demo there. And then I see no one else. I'm just whatever. I'm going for the point.
Worked out well.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it worked out well.
But this is the player we want to talk to now. Zom, congratulations on a win, mate. I think you were man of the match on Gullywash with your sniping play alone.
No, cheers, mate.
Second half, you went pretty huge. You basically made Star Viper. He's probably uninstalled TF2, thrown his computer out the window. Back he got I think he didn't get dropped back to back. That was on process, but he drops Uber on Gullywash. He spawns. You snipe him again. You follow it up by getting a 5k streak, and then next fight you basically open up by sniping Star Viper again. So that was a really good performance. I do have to say that. Say it to you. But being all serious now, I don't know if you gotta be seriously answering this. You guys were struggling on mids on Gullywash a little bit. Like I think you lost as many mids as you won against Keyboard Warriors. What was the go there, Rain? Like I saw you went choke rollout.
Actually, I never went choke rollout. I just jumped
I
up to.
I thought your medic, Davey, did you go? Oh, or did you go up the elbow? Because I wasn't paying attention. I saw him like you were really slow, all bunched up a choke one time, and they just like had massive point position. You know, it was just easy for them to bully you out and like cap the point.
He probably just went up. Elbow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We always go big door. It's just us because like the choke rollout's too slow. But as far as mids go, it was pretty devastating to be honest. Their scouts were getting a lot of room. Like their soldiers were jumping up and just lived for so long. We just couldn't focus fire well enough.
There's one mid in particular I want to ask you about. Davey, there was one where you had a 3v3, right? Paulson was on the point, and I think Prime goes to, try to fight 3v3, and Davey misses the arrow on Paulson, Prime dies, and then Davey's persistently trying to arrow Paulson, and then Blands, I think it was Blands, just runs to him and like kills him at big door. Like what's going on with Davey there? Like, that was a bit of a misplay. Like he missed the moment he misses like the first arrow and Prime dies. Like shouldn't that be like just get out, try to get Uber up instead of loiter around and try to arrow Paulson?
I like the word loiter there. That was very expertly placed, Tom.
Thank you.
Very expertly placed. That's a bit of Davey's issue, to be honest. He does that a lot where he'll run to like a strange door or he'll try and fight someone, particularly Schneekels.
Yes.
He will love to fight Schneekels, but he just loves to try and stay there as long as possible and try and DM people. He wants to get those frag clips. He never gets
Definitely
them.
worked out on process that time in lobby.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you saved him at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a bit
Oh
of
my
a
god.
Venti two-step. And
Oh
like,
my fucking god.
Blands and Dilly did really good to mop up your players, but yeah, they couldn't. They were probably choking a bit hard on him. But that being said, one other moment I do want to point out. Process Fear probably had the Uber of his life, gets a medic kill when Davey was what 98% or something. Rain, remember that on mid? Like he went forward to block and like he went forward to like probably try to save you with an Uber he never had and wouldn't have got it because Fear was Ubered. Like what was that there? Like I think this is just showing a bit of his inexperience. Like he went in to try and save you. Like you're probably gonna die regardless, but he just like died instead, type of thing.
That's both of us actually. I
Both
have
of you? Were
a
you calling for him
tendency-
to save you or something? Or
I was, yes.
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
tendency to like push like instantly, like right on the dot sort of thing. And I honestly expected like when he let go of me, he was on 95, and I thought he would just heal someone else. But no.
No, that was
And then he made the mistake of trying to save me with 98%. So
yeah,
that's
that's
not gonna happen.
bit of both. Like that was a good Uber by Fear. He got the Davey pick. I think you were trying to get a bit too much done with your Ubers there, Fear. On process, that is. Like it looked really hard. Like you get your Ubers out. You get like either juggled pretty hard, and you just have to jump in and force their Uber. Stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Like on process that map, it was like looked like you were struggling, and you just try to throw your life away.
Yeah, I'd say. Am I mic working?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say so. I think it was. We just had like a sort of a general issue with. We're a bit worried about our transition plays weren't really going very well. Like we were dropping players, like either falling out or going into chokes, and we kept losing players at the side of our Ubers. So I think that kind of put pressure on me and like the rest of our combo to try and get as much done with our Ubers as possible. And I think we just sort of like tried to do a bit too much with them, like you said. Like we were just trying to, because we were a bit apprehensive about DM, especially in like some of the fights. Even though it wasn't as much of an issue as I thought it would be, but we gave it a go, and like eventually we know we've got a lot of stuff to work on, but we're like happy with some bits of how we played. But we'll see.
I reckon you definitely showed a few moments of brilliance there. Like I think even if you had like bad Uber exchanges, like you tried to hold your ground and still tried to fight them in a DM battles, like your scouts were doing pretty decent work. Dilly was getting some nice headshots. He got a nice drop on Davey, but that also kind of consequence into your whole team getting fully wiped in the little post fight afterwards. One thing I have to talk to you about Fear. checking sticky traps and also leading your medic into things. Okay, listen to me here. Process. You want a mid, right? I think it was a mid you want, and you were pushing IT really fast, and you were basically like what, past the health pack, up the ramp into IT, and then Zoms drops Star Viper.
Yeah.
Yes. Was that a bit of a miscom? Like you were in pretty deep. Like you were like, I want to go right now. Did he kind of like I don't know, wasted too much time trying to buff people instead of trying to be in with you fast? Like, do you think that was more your fault or his fault? Because I was thinking that was kind of your fault because you're in pretty deep. But
there were two problems here. Like, one of them was me, like trying to go too fast, and the other one was that someone miscalled where that sniper was. Someone called the sniper was watching sewer, and so we were like, "Oh, we'll go quick before he changes," but then he wasn't watching sewer.
Yeah, a bit of bad luck. Good work by Zom there. And then second time, Cindy had a sticky trap. You know where I'm going with this. Gully wash on the door,
I can
on the
explain.
ramp. Did you even check? Did you even turn around? You just jumped straight down to the door.
Alright, what I did was I looked over at the point and I saw Cindy on top of the point and I saw a sticky trap. Like, I think he had it on the railing of the point.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And I saw that.
One
and I was
sticky
like,
there,
trap.
one sticky,
The fake trap.
one sticky on the wall there, on the railing.
and I've seen that. I was like, he hasn't got a trap. Let's go. Star drops to a
my
trap.
God. Are you kidding?
I look like an idiot.
Are you kidding? You are the pocket's pocket. You're the final boss for your team here. Taking all the heals, getting all the damage taken numbers. Like, come on, just check them. Be more vigilant with it.
I know how much damage I take, but like, I feel that our kind of style of play, obviously, like, it would be preferable if Locke were to take more heals, and that will happen. Like, that will happen over the course of the season. I think the problem a bit at the moment is obviously Locke hasn't played demo before, so like
He's a new recruit, right? You got him like pretty much
because
pretty soon before our.
Aloop's quit to go play for Jasmine, like never forgiven. But
Don't
so
worry.
we've picked up Locke, who was previously playing Pocket for B1, who died. So he's like, not only like has he not played demo in Prem before, he hasn't played demo before. So we have that inexperience, and then Star on Med is like kind of following me around a bit, and that's kind of my fault as well. Like Rain, I have a bit of a tendency to like call for heals when I'm low. Like I'm on 50 health with no crit heals, I'll get healed all the way to 300 because I'm kind of selfish. But
You're the pocket mate. You should be like that. Shouldn't worry about it.
we've got some stuff that we need to iron out, and we're looking forward to our game next week against Jasmine, because I don't know, like I reckon we should have got more rounds than we did tonight. We were kind of annoyed a few of those pushes that we did. We just choked them. So.
I think when you had like a definite advantage, like say you had like a 40% Uber ad, like you played it a lot better, like you slowed the game down, you played a lot more disciplined. But I think when you're at a disad, you kind of probably not experienced enough. Like there was one time on Galileo, she probably knows you lost the mid pretty bad, and then you were already at River and stuff, and Star Viper got called out crossing over to River. You probably remember that. Like half your teams in River, and and Rain just comes. He's like, "Oh, this is the easiest medic kill of my life," and yeah.
Well, that was a miscomm. I called for Star to go River.
Yep.
And I meant go lobby, go River.
Yes.
And he like read that the wrong way, but like that's obviously like a second decision. Like you've either walked towards lobby or towards River, and once you start moving, like that's the decision. So. Like obviously, like that's a tiny thing, really. It's like a split-second sort of thing.
Like, yeah, you'll get better, but they're also in deep as well. Like basically, by the time he was crossing, they're already at your garage. Yeah. Like that's the thing as well. Like you have to be in position before that. Like you're at a pure disadvantage. You have to just be in a fully defensive position. Like full stop. You shouldn't like he was he just got caught out like really bad and just looked really really bad in that instance. That's all. So it's just a simple miscomm, but. Yeah, I think on your team, Bland's played really well. I think Dilly played well. I think Nad had some pretty good rollouts. I think he did what he could do, considering these maps are traditionally pretty bad for roamers on the mids. Basically, he got let out to dry heaps of times. Even for like plays, it was pretty hard. Like you saw Paulson also had a pretty hard time as well at the beginning. Like he wasn't getting anything done. And then I think after Star Viper was consequently dropping more Ubers, he kind of got a little bit more freaked out with plays coming in. I think a couple of times he started to pop pretty early just because he was probably scared of dropping more Ubers.
Yeah, like I don't know. We
There
had
was like one thing on Gully Wash last.
Yes, last you probably remember that. He
Yeah.
got shot to like 90 by Paulson, and then he
Yeah.
just like probably freaked out.
Yeah.
And popped it because
it was because of I think it was kind of because that time with rain on process.
Oh, that was like he did pretty good. Like I was talking that for a bit. Like he had a pretty good surf, but
Yeah.
where he ended up after the surf was bad. Like he kind of landed
Yeah,
into a wall. Like he had nowhere to go.
He was just trying to milk it too hard, and
Yeah, he had a good surf initially. Like if he got onto the point or onto Little Shack, I reckon he could have definitely
Yeah.
easily juked it and jived it. But you got Rain doing Rain things.
yeah,
That's
like
all.
obviously it was definitely the right idea to try and milk it, and like that's an execution thing, rather like a sort of a mechanical error rather than a game sense error, and obviously things like that happen. Like
Ooh,
at some
speaking-
point, things are gonna go wrong with your team. So like that thing where we had 2 scouts trying to fight Davey.
yeah.
It's obviously not an ideal situation for like 2 scouts to get DM'd by a medic, but at the same time,
It wasn't
like,
too bad. Like I
they
think
just they cleaned up the team and just choked.
yeah, they like
it's
did
a
really
thing.
good cleaning the team up. Yeah, that was probably just
Yeah.
a bit of bad luck. Like they cleaned up the whole team. They did really good, massive work to clean up the team, but they just choked for that little instance, and then they got Rain came in fast and saved Davey.
Yeah.
Another thing I do want to say, his second drop on Gully Wash, where he got caught at last, right in the middle of the point. Near
the body shot
Riverside.
thing?
Yes.
Oh
How
no,
he-
that
how-
was a mistake.
Like that was a really bad position,
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
begin with. Like you knew they had a sniper, but you were like looking at one soldier in River, and he was just tethered to you. Like you don't even really need like you only need 300 there. You don't need the medic constantly on
Yeah.
you, and he basically put himself in a really bad position.
We were just trying to catch that soldier. Like
We wanted to
jumping
push
across.
off Uber
And
there.
then so me and Nat jumped over, and then Star was like, "Are we going to push you the Ubrad?" And I was like, "Yes." And then we like moved over to River. I don't know why, but like that's what we did. I think we probably learned a couple of lessons tonight about how to play against the sniper, and that's something we didn't really have to do against 10-4 for whatever reason. But we've fixed some problems that we had against 10-4, but we've exposed some of the new problems, and we're alright.
I think you'll probably get better knowing that since Skywash is a carryover map. I believe it is for next round. Is it?
It is.
It's Skywash. So yeah, I think you guys did perform better on Skywash. Like it's just the major mistakes of your medic getting caught out. That's all that was really picked on. Like I think
I think
besides
a lot
that, like,
getting
you
caught
played a
out
lot
as well.
better.
Sometimes in Ubers and just like
Yeah.
Uber
That's
this
just-
ad.
I think
Oh.
that's just experience. Like you guys were actually you guys won mids on Gulls, and some of them were pretty dominant as well. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think. I think you played pretty extremely well on Gully Watch. Like it was a testament to your players' abilities. Like you had really good mids, just sometimes in phase plays or when you try to like commit to a defense or something, you can you lose
Yeah.
too many players.
Like none of our team has played in Prem before except me, and I've never played Pocket. And like we've got a long way to improve, but I'm kind of happy with where we are at the moment. Like we were beating Behemoth like in scrims before Woo or Loitersquad. Sorry for shit talking.
Thank you.
The Keyboard Warriors, very good team name.
Yeah, well, we have good banter, so we'll take it.
I think also what's probably working out for you guys in a way is that you're versing, you could say, the harder teams at the
Yes,
beginning
I
of
was
Val.
so happy when our
So
things
you
came
will
out.
so you'll probably like it's really good, like you said, like you're improving on things. You're taking note from what happened the previous week, previous games, official games, and you can take that on board. And it looks like that you are learning some things from the previous game, as you said. So I suspect your team would improve overall in general, because I think your team's probably out of the other teams that could fight for 4th place potentially, that your team's the most well-rounded team. Like you don't rely on any single player to carry your whole team to victory. And say if one of those carry players, like Sam, has like a bad day, that could lose that team, rounds and even the game potentially. So
Yeah.
I think that's what works in your team's favor. Like you're well-rounded. Like Locke's struggling a little bit at the moment, but like there are things that you can obviously work on, and you should be improving easily, I reckon. Like you'll probably improve the most since you get to play the hardest teams, right off the bat. So if you go back and go over demos and go over a few things, you guys could probably show like the most improvement if you look at it that way.
I think it's a bit weird how like you see people, like IM members and IM members like on the forums posting about like no teams wanting to improve anymore.
Oh man, let's not bringing that stuff in.
And
already.
Yeah, it's not even true.
Drama,
Yeah,
get the drama in.
Yeah, we don't. Well, this is your thing. Like, I just want to go to bed now. Can we just wrap it up, Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Come on. Let's do shoutouts, boys. Blance, take it away.
Before I keep getting mad that Yuki didn't.
Yeah, Fear. Get back to ammo mod, Fear. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on, Blance. Blance, shout
Star Viper, because I feel bad for how he died and how many times he died. I think it was getting
wait.
to him.
Let me
a sad gamer.
Another fact again, I'm gonna plug. Star Viper has the most drops for a Premier Division medic, leading the race. Ampersand is behind him.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah.
That's not a good position to be in.
Star Viper getting killed by Zom 3 or 4 times in a row on last, so he's a bit of a sad gamer.
Yeah, it was definitely getting to him. I feel bad, so. Oh well.
He'll get there.
He'll improve. Okay. Nothing more, Blance, for your shoutouts?
That's it.
Okay, Campbell.
Shout out to you, Tom, for casting. Shout out to Josh for operating everything. Yeah, shout out to Tea Time, Kari.
Good win tonight,
That's it.
Campbell. Well done. Cindy, please.
Shout outs to PJ. Shout outs to Techies from Dota 2.
Fear kidding.
Shout out to Keyboard Warriors and the boys. Shout out to Ripe. Shout out to Yuki for not accepting my friend request when I added him for tips.
Very nice.
Still burning.
Josh.
Massive shoutouts to Geo. Saved us tonight. Played medic for us. Brought us home the win. Thank you a lot, Geo. Yeah, thanks Ton for forcing me to do this again, and it was fun.
Rain.
Oh, big shout out to PJ, Keely, and Nikki.
Very nice.
Gamer girlfriends.
Whoa! He's up, soldier.
Whoa. It's Lemmy and Paulie's girlfriend. And PJ is Cindy's waifu. Make sure that's in there.
Angry girl face. Okay, Zom.
Shout out to Render, Fake, Smiley Town, Lammy, Kiwi. You guys for casting, keeping the scene alive. Good to see. And Star Viper. I'll have to buy him a beer next time I see him at RF Land.
He's an RF boy. Yeah, okay, I'll finish it up. Shoutouts to Ozfort Kenneth for helping us with this relay. We did a little bit of problems at the beginning. Shout out for everyone that played in the game. Loitersquad with a pretty convincing win, but Keyboard Warriors for also showing potential signs of what they can do and of things to come. Shout out to Jersh for hosting this. Thank you, Jersh, even though me and Cam will put on to you. After you also had your hour game tonight, such short notice. Shout out to Yukari. Love you, the old girl. Shout out to the Rack Circle Jerk. I give a shout also to the old S4 boys like Paulie, Smiley, Lammy, Siski, like all the RF land people. You've always seemed to have really nice lands out there. Well, we kind of don't anymore since Cindy's left us, so we got like sad lands. We have, man. You never got to come here ever again now. Like Rain's never got to show up. It's just gonna be me, Schneekles, Jersh, and Campbell playing like Borderlands or something. Give up this game.
Yeah, I guess. Since I
Borderlands
moved,
boys. Yeah. So, and with that, I think we should close it, Jersh. Please.
Alright.
That's Tominus.
Yeah. Fuck Tom.